It is fall here in the Lakes area. School has started. Football season is underway. And that got me thinking about all these kids that are going back to school. You know, a few years ago, kids are going to school and they're going to be graduating. It was looking pretty scary. The economy was doing really bad. We were in the recession. There were a lot of questions out there. I'm not saying everything's hunky-dory and everything's been saved, but it definitely looks a lot better right now than it did 4, 5, 6 years ago. Well, maybe 6 years ago, but it still looked pretty scary. But that got me thinking about these kids going to school and what kind of jobs they're going to be looking at when they get out of school if they want to stay local here in Becker County. I found this actual study that was done recently here, or a paper that was put together recently by West Central Initiative. It was put together by Greg Wagner, who is an economic development planner with West Central Initiative. And it looked at what the top 10 jobs would be in 2020 as compared to our data or when it comes to growth, so forth here in Becker County. The most recent unemployment numbers showed that we've got declining unemployment since it peaked in 2009. 2009, we had 8.9% unemployment here in Becker County. As of the latest unemployment numbers, we had an unemployment rate of 4.4%, which was almost a percentage point lower than it was last year. The poverty rate in Becker County still remains actually pretty high, but it's actually pretty high for this region at 13.3%. But some of the numbers I thought were very interesting is population. We're continuing to grow here in Becker County. In fact, we're one of the faster growing regions in the country, and Becker County is one of the top 5 growing counties in the state of Minnesota. Our county population went up by about 200 people in the last year in the unofficial census, bringing us an unofficial population of 33,167 people. However, we have a very high senior population at 18.8%, 65 plus or older. So that's going to play into some of those new jobs. Of course, when a lot of people think about jobs when they get out of school, money, how much are they going to make? Well, here in Becker County, the average wage per week for a full-time worker is $649, which is lower than the state average of $672. However, there's one industry that has a significantly higher wage, and that is $813 a week in a lot of machinist and manufacturing jobs. And in fact, here in Becker County, that seems to be one of the top growing jobs and sectors that we have. According to West Central Initiative, the top 10 jobs that they'll be looking for in 2020 are truck drivers, nurses, carpenters, team assemblers, electricians, welders, construction equipment operators, accountants and auditors, assemblers and fabricators, as well as machinists. 7 of the 10 are factory-related jobs that have 2-year type degrees. So I'm saying if you want to get a decent paying job to stay local here in Becker County, a 4-year college might not be where you want to go, even though that's where we all encourage our kids to go. Nobody grows up saying, I want my child to necessarily be a construction worker. Maybe we want them to own the construction company, but our dreams are usually bigger for our kids. However, if you want a good paying job staying locally, by 2020, you're in high school and college, a 2-year degree may be the way to go to work right away if you want. I'm never going to discourage anybody from going to a 4-year school and getting a 4-year degree. I'm just saying you might have a tougher time after you get that 4-year degree finding a job locally here in this area compared to a 2-year degree or another kind of job that has some kind of skill set to it. Now, I know those are always vulnerable to the economy, and we just saw what happened a few years ago. But I just think as these kids are choosing their majors and flipping back and forth, especially the young ones, it's food for thought and something to think about if you want to stay locally here. I always encourage education, and especially college level, but I'm just saying it is something to look at and it's something to think about, and it might be the wave of the future for jobs in our area, especially as we continue to grow.